Let's talk for a minute about improving our communication with our partners, with our wives, with our lovers. Generally, most men that I come into contact with generally have a more masculine style of communication. A masculine style of communication, we could say, is about completing an objective, about solving a problem. It's about reaching a goal. We could say it's more transactional, right? We want to complete something. We want to solve something when we're communicating with someone. A more feminine style of communication that I see, most women have feminine communication style, not all. That is more about being relational. It's more about creating intimacy. It's about creating connection. When we have these two styles of communication together, when they come together, there can be some huge hiccups and issues can occur because one person is just wanting to share and create connection and the other person is just wanting to solve something, fix something, and get to the end of the communication. So that's why so many men that I come into contact with when they get frustrated in their communications with their partners is because they're saying, when are you going to finish talking, right? Because men want to get to the end of the communication. Generally, a feminine style communicator wants to just continue creating more intimacy and connection. So what can you do about this? So here's what I'm suggesting for men. Try practicing with being more relational, being more about creating connection and intimacy and not trying to get to the end of the communication to solve something. So how do you do this? First thing you do is you have to be aware of your breath. You have to keep your heart open, your body structure is open. You're aware of your breath and you're actually focused on creating connection with the person in front of you. You're not trying to solve problems. Your main focus is really about listening. It's more about listening. Of course, being vulnerable and sharing is an important part of a feminine communication style. This is not about you having to fit into some other box. I'm merely giving you a suggestion for a way to practice communicating in a way which is about creating more connection, more intimacy. And you can do this with anyone. If you have two men that come together and they're communicating, the communications can be really dry and dull, and you can actually get really bored. It can be really boring kind of communication. So if you shift your communication style as a practice to see what happens, it might just be a lot of fun. So try that specifically with your partner. Shift into a more relational, intimate type of communication style to see if you can have more depth of heart and more loving interaction with the person that you're in front of. Okay? Peace. Talk to you soon.